21 Pilots return with a brand new album. It's called Breach, and with that album we have got a music video for one of the tracks called City Walls. This music video is an epic 10 minutes long. Apparently the budget for this thing was like $1 million, so you know, definitely not chump change. You can see that 21 Pilots are in fact moving up in the world, and interestingly this is also the conclusion to the Clancy storyline, which as far as I'm aware is something that's been running for like 10 years now. I think they started doing this kind of stuff during Blurry Face. I apologize if I don't sound like I know what I'm talking about. It's because I don't. I am a comparatively new fan of 21 Pilots. I picked up with them with the album Clancy. They just came back, and my girlfriend was a big fan, so I've gone back and listened to some of their catalogue, but nowhere near enough to have any idea what was going on. I saw that this music video was also kind of very epic and has got all this crazy sci-fi stuff going on, so I did a bit of research. And I now have like a vague idea. People in the comments, 21 Pilot fans, feel free to give me more details and correct me, and also forgive me for my ignorance. I am trying. From my understanding, this sort of whole Clancy line is sort of like a big, I don't know, sort of like analogy for sort of combating mental health issues, and sort of Tyler is playing this character Clancy who's trying to escape this dystopian city, I think, right? And then these 9 scary monks that represent various different versions of like oppression and so on and so forth. I imagine they maybe represent various mental health issues one could be battling with, etc., etc. Clancy's trying to escape it, and Josh plays a guy called the Torchbearer, I think, and he's kind of like the ally who's helping him get along. This is as far as I've gotten in the story. I'm sorry, I have tried, but this is as much as I can retain. But I like it. I actually really like this idea. It's kind of crazy to me it's taken me this long to fully understand that this is how 21 Pilots have been releasing stuff. I think maybe it threw me off a little bit because I assumed it was like a full concept album, same as Clancy, but I know that not every track attached to these albums, like I don't think Drum Show or Next Semester for last album, are like part of this arc as well. It's like specific tracks that kind of follow along since Blurry Face, which is really cool. I love the idea of having this kind of like concept album that spans 10 years and multiple tracks and albums. It's a really nice idea. It's extremely creative. I'm just going to do the reaction to City Walls today, or watch the video and see if I can figure out what the bloody hell is going on. And if there is demand, if people like it, then historically the 21 Pilots fan base has been very, very kind to me. You've all seemed to be very just excited to share a band that you really love with somebody who has no idea what they're talking about. So if you guys like seeing this stuff, then maybe I'll go and really give a full album review for Breach as well, but we'll play that one by ear. I guess so that I'm not 40 by the time this music video is finished, we should jump in and listen to City Walls. I think I saw that there's kind of clips and flashbacks to some tracks I've not heard as well. Straight out of the gate, you've got to give them credit. The animation is like pretty high quality. Like I've seen recent films with way worse. Have you seen that? Have you seen the Ice Cube War of the Worlds? Guarantee you this is better. Aha, that would be the Torchbearer's torch, I guess. Also, nice fat bass intro. Okay. That is interesting. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to come in a bit heavier, and that sounds like a sitar to me, which I was not expecting at all, but this was pretty cool. It's a nice subversion, and it's a nice tone as well. You gotta imagine these videos are fun to make as well, with this like concept, especially kind of filling it out to this high budget level. Like, you know, just being on these sets and having all the costumes and stuff must be so much fun. Okay. It's a very pleasing chord sequence, and the backing vocals, again, they're kind of like quite distant, which again, it's kind of nice. The whole thing is kind of a little bit empty apart from that really fat chugging bass line. Clancy, no.
Square up with me, I can take your right, throw a left. Pair up with me, I'ma take your right to the chest. Warpath etched in the surface, lines of the yellow tape, they're moving quiet like a serpent.
I quite like, I don't know why, but this song really does make me think of like a kind of fight. It almost makes me think of like some Beastie Boys, but like a little bit more kind of like poppy, I guess. But they're kind of like, I don't know, the drums especially, and then there's sort of like the rap delivery in this stuff as well. It's pretty cool, and I'm down for a fight scene.
Now they're waiting on me. It might be the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach.
Okay, so this is going to maybe get kind of like broken up into sections with, video stuff kind of going into the lore in between. Interesting. Oh, I remember that music video. Okay. That was really nice, having that little pause, especially synced up with the fire effects in the video as well, but him going into those really beautiful, high, pure notes there. The separation actually worked really well for that. They kind of burst back into the forefront again. What is that? There are some very strange, like, tones going on here. I can't tell if some of these are, like, synth things or, like heavy effects on a guitar or something like that. But, again, I don't know if it was a sitar, but it sounded like something kind of... I don't know, I was going to say janky, but that implies it's bad. It's definitely not bad. It almost, again, it's definitely giving me some Beastie Boys here, which is not what I was expecting. And I quite like the way that these kind of fight scene is kind of like going out and bouncing around between various older music videos, but now you've got scary, monk man. I like the visual design of them a lot. It definitely does invoke Dune to me, to some degree at least, but not a bad thing.
Square up with me, I can come to you. Tell me when. Pair up with me.
Oh, okay, breakdown section.
In the end, I write a promise in pencil, but my loyalties in pen. Use a mistake as a crooked stencil, then we trick.
I quite like that. The drums kind of go into halftime. They are covering half the amount of beats, but then the vocals speed up into the rappy bit again, which kind of compensates for it, so it doesn't lose pace, but it definitely opens up for a section.
That's why, but did you picture this in a dream? Buckle down, this is possibly the furthest we've reached. Now move it up, it's a breach.
I think it's one of the strengths of 21 Pilots. It's the ability, his vocal charisma. He's just so capable of flipping between different styles, going from that rap style to this very sweet, quite melodic high part. Really nice. It really does bring the transitions from verses and choruses out in a very beautiful way. Ah, he's on a horse. Cool. Okay, another little breakdown section. Oh no! Okay, I really like the way this is kind of emptied out as well. You've got those vocal dubs from the beginning of the video, but now they're way more distorted. They're quieter in the background. The bass is like not being thwacked. It's kind of like just running over those chords, whilst the drums are like... It really does mirror what's going on the screen. This kind of like empty void feeling whilst he kind of like bleeds out from being antlered.
I don't have a clue how I can keep the top half glued.
I really like the piano coming into the background of this too.
My smile wraps around my head, splitting it in two.
I'd love to know where they're filming this stuff. I know you can tell here from this particular shot that this is a physical set. You can see the 3D-ness of the brickwork. It's not got that uncanny valley. But a lot of the other stuff, it really gives me vibes of those, those like big 360 sets they have now. They like film The Mandalorian and stuff on it with big screens that all kind of like run the background in real time in Unreal Engine, and then they're kind of like synced with the cameras. So as the camera's perspective moves, what's going on the screen behind you moves. It means that the lighting is really accurate on the people. That way better than the green screen. And it also, I think, gives people a much sort of easier scope to act to because they kind of are in the environment, at least to some degree. It's giving me a little bit of that vibe. I might be pulling that out of my ass. Not the antlers. Ooh, okay. The synth has just got significantly more distorted and bass heavy. It's kind of got this like, you think it's over kind of vibe. It's get down out of the mud. It's so cinematic, the whole thing. It really, even without the video, this is so sort of storytelling. I love that aspect of it. Yeah. Now who's going to get antlered? Okay. Ooh. I just got shivers. Oh, the way that blew out there was amazing. The second he hit this big high note, suddenly those synths in the background absolutely opened up. Then it started going to this big euphoric kind of like, I don't know, explosion of sound, and the drums are all going crazy, and it's perfectly aligned with this visual redemption that's going on here. You know, Josh bursts through the door at the same moment that Tyler's able to, you know, give the priest a sort of sci-fi flip off. God, great. Oh, again, that little overdub there, just him screaming in the background. They don't use it very often. There's like one or two moments I can remember in songs that I know where he like properly unloads with that scream. But as an overdub in the background, really nice detail. Again, he's like slightly less pure with this high note now. There's just a little tinge of vocal fry in there. It's great. It shows how impassioned it is. Oh, okay. Oh no, I was going to say his paint's different because it's further up. I swear it's only meant to be his neck. And he's about to put on a cloak. He's going to turn into a priest. Don't do it, Tyler. Don't do it. Or Clancy, or whoever you are. So I wonder, is that the end of the song? And the rest of this is just going to be kind of like an instrumental over sort of lore stuff, I wonder. Oh, wait, how many of them are there? No, there's enough of them to all turn into priests themselves, I guess. You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Do it. Do it now. This is a spin I was not expecting. Okay. Yeah, Torchbearer's out, man. This is whack. I love how that like curtain turned into a perfect robe. Wonder what that means in terms of the arc of the story. Just like he sort of like managed to beat the internal demons and just ends up replacing them with like himself.
What now? I really like this Clancy. Yeah, me too.
It's interesting. This is like the most acty I think I've seen any of them do. Just actual just dialogue in a scene.
But that's not Clancy up there anymore. He's out there somewhere. And we will try again.
Oh.
Again? Always.
Strange. I'm quite confused as to what this means. Like, in terms of this big analogy for sort of like battling mental health stuff. I guess the answer is it's an inevitable constant, a constant battle. Oh, that's a lovely note there, though. Is this a different song, I wonder? Man, his voice is so good. It is crazy the level of like diversity he can do. Like, don't get me wrong, the rap stuff is not my favorite of his stuff, but he's still pretty competent at doing it. His flow is pretty nice, but just hearing him just go around with this falsetto stuff is insane. It really again has this kind of epilogue feel to it. This sad ending. It's like almost a bit of hope. We'll always carry on trying, but man, just hearing him floating around there is amazing. Thank you for still believing in music videos. It gives great people a lot of jobs. I very, very much respect that sentiment. Ah, that's a little bit cringe. Written by you. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate the sentiment. Well, okay, that was absolutely a journey. I actually really did like the song. It was almost a shame the music video was so present in this because it kind of distracted me a little bit, but I did really love the ebb and flow, the passion in his voice, the way he's able to flip into these various different types of sort of like vocal styles. That was really amazing. The sort of like production on the sort of synth stuff as well was absolutely excellent. The sort of subtlety in those tones, the way that they kind of open up and close down again, were really, really something else. It was definitely very emotional payoff. Also some interesting sample stuff. Like I found the, what sounded like a sitar, maybe it wasn't, but that's definitely what it conjured to me. But that was not a sound I was expecting to come in there, but it definitely didn't feel out of place. That was great. I feel like I will definitely be checking out this album, so whether or not you guys are interested in hearing my full takes of that album, let me know. Maybe I should go off and do a video where I'll just watch all of the Clancy story arc videos, one after the other, and I'll come back and tell you what my opinion of the whole story is. It's kind of interesting instead of starting at the end. I was not expecting it to end in such a sort of like sad defeatist way. I mean, I guess it wasn't defeatist. You know, it's got Josh at the end going, there's always another Clancy, but yeah, it's kind of strange that Tyler's version of it just kind of like won, but then became overcome and turns into the thing. I don't know. I mean, it was definitely a plot twist, and I guess you can argue again that it's sort of talking about the inevitability of the constant battle with mental health struggles, and it's something that you can always fix and address and deal with head on, but at the end of the day, it is something that's going to be present for most of your life if you have big issues like that. So I can see the sentiment behind it, and it's very, I think it's positive is not quite the right word I'd have said, but it was definitely realistic, maybe? I don't know. It's clearly part of their creative vision, but yeah, okay. That was really interesting. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? 21 Pilots fans, now that this 10-year arc has finally come to a conclusion, how do you feel about it? Was this a suitable ending? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that crazy stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.